first tonight. Reports of shots fired just after 9:30 this evening off Highway 16 near Bittersweet Flower Market. Now police are on scene. Southbound 16 at Gillette Street has been shut down. A 16-year-old boy fell to his death in the Wisconsin Dells. He and some friends had jumped a fence to get into a closed section of the Mount Olympus theme park. Each year in Minnesota, about 70 people die and more than 300 are injured as a result of distracted driving. A Waunakee man faces multiple charges, including an OWI homicide for a November 2nd crash that killed 4 people and injured another. Well, the man set to be the next White House press secretary is questioning the White House for recent actions on Russia. This morning, President Trump's ex-national security advisor is ready to talk to congressional investigators about Russia, but under one condition: he's looking for immunity. In Washington and around the country, reminders that this holiday isn't about beach trips and cookouts, but fallen heroes. And of course, it wouldn't be the 4th of July without fireworks. Members of the Skyrockers spent all day preparing for tonight's show. News 19's Mackenzie Amundsen went to Pettibone Park where the fireworks will take place. Mackenzie?
16,000 in the ER, more than 2,000 for cancer, and almost 1,000 for diabetes.
This morning, we tell you the story of one local CMN Hospital's hero and how the organization has helped her family. Let's check in now with Alex Wasylenko, who has our first forecast. I just went out there and cleared my car off. It's icy. What can people expect tonight and tomorrow? Hundreds of fans flocked to Lambeau Field Friday morning, some bright and early, to help dig out the stadium. The snow from last week's storm still covering the seats. More often than not, the team that wins Game 3 in the NBA playoffs advances to the next round. That's good news for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, the Bucks have once again taken the lead in their first round playoff series with the Toronto Raptors. Last night, they actually made it look kind of easy.
And unlike the first 2 games, Game 3 was an absolute blowout. 104-77 the final. Bucks lead the series 2-1. Game 4 is Saturday afternoon. And the latest missile crisis will undoubtedly be a hot topic of conversation during the G20 summit this weekend. World leaders are set to meet in Germany Friday, and many politicians are weighing in on how they think America should represent itself. Meeks adding that President Trump should also talk about human rights violations in Russia, stressing that there's some concerns that need to be addressed. New Jersey's state parks and beaches reopened today just in time for the 4th of July. Late last night, Governor Chris Christie announced a budget deal to end the state's government shutdown and address the criticism over his family visit to the beach near his residence. The state-run beach was closed to the public as of part of a government shutdown. Social media had a field day with the now trending hashtag Beachgate. The outgoing governor is right now America's least popular governor, with one poll showing his approval rating at just 15%. And on Sunday, deputies from Jackson County Sheriff's Office received a call regarding an erratic driver. The suspect vehicle struck mailboxes, traveled through residential yards, and struck a vehicle before fleeing on foot. Deputies located 44-year-old Edward Mustache of Black River Falls. He was booked into the Jackson County Jail for operating while intoxicated, his 7th offense, as well as a parole violation. The National Weather Service has confirmed a 3rd tornado from last week's storms in southern Wisconsin. The EF0 tornado, the weakest on the scale that goes up to an EF5, touched down just after 7:30 on Wednesday in Rock County near Janesville. Rock with an estimated peak winds of 80 miles per hour and a path of about 100 yards wide, stretching 0.8 of a mile long. The Weather Service says 2 other EF1 tornadoes touched down in Greene County as well. So far this year, 21 tornadoes have touched down in Wisconsin, with an average total of 23. A La Crosse man is seeking donations to construct a World War I memorial in Veterans Freedom Park. More than 38 million lost their lives in a conflict considered one of the deadliest in human history. But some say the Great War tends to be forgotten in many minds today. Louis Ferris, the man behind the Korean War Memorial in La Crosse, wants to be sure those lives are never forgotten. Coming up, a shortage of a protein extract could result in some serious pain. We'll tell you about the insect whose sting is small but can be deadly next.